Hey everyone, it's Saturday, yay. So I have decided that it would be good for me to spend some time with my dolls. Maybe about 30 minutes. So I hope everybody has had a good week. I've decided that I'm going to change Charlie, and I love her in the sleeper. It's really cute. I don't know, I think she was on video in the sleeper. It's really cool design. If you can see how the ankles kind of come down in a point. It's a nice soft pink with these little sheep on it and this pretty bow. And soft pink looks really nice on her because it picks up the red tones in her paint, and also it bounces really nicely with her eyes. But I do want to put her into something cozy, and it's a good way to interact. So I'm just now taking the tags off of this outfit I bought. It was in one of my videos where I showed some stuff that I bought for the babies. And it's this really cute mouse set. So it's gonna be really cute on her. I wanted to ask you guys a question though, because I woke up this morning and I had this awful thought. And I was like, wow, I wonder if anybody else has this thought. So have you guys, my question is, have you ever like woken up one day and just had some random unexpected thought that maybe you'll sell all your dolls? I totally had that thought today. It isn't the first time. And so of course I always try to figure out where that's coming from. You know, how genuine of a desire is that? Is it a reaction to something? And so I don't really have any thoughts about it yet. I'm gonna kind of talk through them here on the video, I think. She is gorgeous. My Charlie. I love her. I do love all the babies. See how gorgeous she looks just in that the white onesie? So I woke up this morning and all the babies, well, all the babies, not Ronan, but Mishka, Niklaus, and Charlie are all in the Moses basket in the spare room right now. So I woke up and I went and looked at them, and I didn't go over to look at them, but I glanced at them and I thought, you know, maybe I'll just sell all my dolls. But I don't want to get rid of my dolls. You know what I mean? There's like, I guess there's this, every once in a while, maybe my logical brain takes over. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it's totally logical to collect dolls. I mean, I don't find anything illogical about that. Or irrational for that matter. But I don't know whether that part of my brain takes over and says, well, what are you doing with them anyway? Where are you gonna put all their stuff? You're so busy. I just want to eat her. Oh my God. Okay. So I wondered, like, do you ever have that thought? Do you ever have the thought of, because I've said a couple of times that, you know, my ideal situation would have been finding my one perfect doll and just having this super close little interaction with one baby that just kind of ticked all the boxes and pinged my heart in that perfect way. To be honest with you, when I look at Charlie, sometimes I feel like I could just have her. I kind of feel that with all of them when I'm interacting with them, if that makes sense. Oh my God, I can't even take the cuteness. Well, where do you think that comes from? Like, if you have had that thought, what's behind that thought for you, if you know? And I also know that if I sold all my dolls, I would probably quickly buy more dolls, so. And I can't say that I would love any other doll more than I love this one, to be honest with you. She's she just pings my heart, you know. And it's definitely her artistry is gorgeous. It's not like I haven't seen other art that I think is even more realistic, because I have. But the energy of her, one of the thoughts that kind of stops me from even, or one of the things that stops me from even getting far in that thought is like, I'm pretty positive that I would not recoup the investment that I have, especially in Niklaus. And I just would not be willing to take anything less. I don't think I'd be willing to even take more to get rid of him. But when that thought does come up, I do think like it wouldn't be worth it. I'm just thinking out loud right now, so I know I'm rambling, and I'm sure that some people might even have a reaction to these thoughts. So I just want to be clear, I'm not selling Niklaus or Charlie or Mishka or Ronan. And the thought that, you know, I do realize that sometimes we think we're never going to sell a doll, and then all of a sudden one day we are going to, because something changes and we have the right, and, you know, we evolve, or needs come up, or, you know, you sort of learn more and you upgrade, so to speak, your collection. Some people don't like that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't even have a problem with people saying it's a forever baby and then changing their mind. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me. It does trigger some people, but so, in other words, you know, it makes me feel even a little nervous to know that something could change in me. You know, like that wanting to, no, never. You can't say that. All right. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then the piece de resistance is her little mousy friend that she got, gosh, I think over the summer, spring or summer, we got, I think summer. And this mouse was called Mishka, but now that we have Mishka, the mouse is not called Mishka. So I do think that sometimes, and I do think, and then sometimes I think about, you know, okay, there is this one doll that struck me in an over-the-top way that I would totally be willing to part with everything I have to have that doll, provided I could sell each baby at exactly the right price and all of that stuff. And then I think, well, would that be regretted? Number one, would it be regretted? Number two, would I end up in the same situation later where I feel like that's not enough? That's not the right one. You know, like, is there ever rest in the community? I have seen it happen a couple times, and I do see some people that have, you know, one main doll that is all over their Instagram, and it's just like a really close bond, and I love that. But I do think, like, would it be worth it? You know, sometimes we make choices and we do things in life, and we think that it's like the all-sweeping decision, and then it's so short-lived that in the end it's not, you know, it doesn't end up being worth it, if that makes sense. I love her. So my best scenario is not to sell my dolls. I know that. I think what might really help me is to get organized. I think that finding a situation, or finding a setup rather, where I feel like it's doing them justice, and it's not just sort of like I've thrown these dolls into my environment and just kind of like crammed them where I could. Like something cool. Like, I've seen the shelves that people put on the wall. I really like that. I don't know if it would work in my room. I have a huge dresser with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawers that are behind doors. I feel like I could convert that into a baby station, but then I need to figure out what the heck am I going to do with my clothes, because I don't have big storage space. I don't have closet space, so I couldn't give the whole thing to them. And then I still have the issue of the hope chest, which is where all of their clothes are, which ultimately means that I have too many doll clothes, because really it's not, but I know but then I keep buying them. Okay, I'm gonna move this sweet girl and I'm gonna bring Mishka over. We're just gonna kind of cycle through the babies. But I'm gonna change him into this little onesie that he's been in before, that he looks like such a little boy in, and then I'll put something on top of it later. He needs to be in something cozy. It's snowing out. And he's the new man in. New man in is always in danger of being the first man out. Things change. But when I look at him, I just love him so much, and he was just, I feel like I got a very reasonable price for him, you know, purchase price for him, and I don't, it's like you feel like it's not, you know, the exchange of what you'd be losing does not equal what you would get. But they can't pile up. Like I just can't add numbers. So to make changes, I have to let go. So that stops me from making changes until the day where I feel ready for it. He's so light. I love this custom body he's on. It's so sweet, so soft. So this is a really, really simple Gerber onesie. It's gray with navy pinstripes. And I just feel like he just looks like such a real little boy when he wears it. And he's never just sat around in it. He's always had something on top of it. There you go, Mishka. In general, the rules of what I prefer in reborns, like this sculpt actually breaks a couple of those. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna go let the dogs in, and then I will come back and tell you. This is the Uriel sculpt, or Uriel, by Priscilla Lopez. He has pretty straight legs, which affects like cozybility. So if you cuddle him, I mean, his legs are just sticking out. It's totally fine. There's slight bends in his knees. When you put him in onesies, you know, the legs are pinned straight. So having some room in there is good. Also, the arm is very, very straight. But the plus sides of this sculpt, he's posable enough that you can do stuff with his limbs, and you can almost like disguise the fact that the arm is straight by where you put it, or that it's always looks the same, because they always look the same, right? The sculpt doesn't change, the vinyl doesn't all of a sudden bend. This baby's hair is awesome. Just want to spray a little bit of Detangler baby conditioner, which is, it's almost all essential oils plus vitamin E. That's it. And well, the chemical in it is the baby powder scent. I'll show you the back of his hair here, how amazingly it just stays maintained. So, and I can cross his legs. There's a sweetness about him that, I don't know, I think it's, you know, it's the psyche. There's a sweetness about him that makes him accepted. It's kind of like how dogs found their way in with humans, you know. They learned to be cute and sweet and subservient, and were brought in and they were taken care of. Every angle of him is cute in such a different way. I keep wanting to show all the different sides. He's a lovely, lovely baby. Yes, I'm very happy with him. I'm very happy with my choice to bring Mishka in. Okay, I'm gonna bring Niklaus over. And I don't think I'm gonna change him. I'm just gonna admire him and his outfit. Now he's another one that it's almost like I forget his amazingness, and then I pick him up and he flops and he moves in a way that I've forgotten that he moves, and he's so awesome and so sweet. It's very dry in the winter. It's so dry in the house. Their hair gets very, very dry very easily. And I do want to watch that because I don't want to have breakage. No, Augie. I love when his hair's up a little bit. Spiky and messed up. You know, it's funny, I see a lot of games in the online world, the social networking, social media, online community world, and they're the same games that get played in real life, but there are a couple of elements that are different. One, there aren't like personal relationships to like hide behind, so to speak, to hide the games. And two, you're anonymous or somewhat anonymous. It's easier to be crappy when you don't have to face somebody eye to eye, I guess. I see games of push-pull and aloofness. I see people who will come on real strong for friendships when maybe they're feeling vulnerable or weak in other relationships and then drop it. It's really interesting. What's really interesting to me is, I guess maybe not everybody reads people the same way, but it's really interesting to me when people don't think that you can see it. Like, just because you don't point it out or you don't get mad at somebody for it, doesn't mean that you don't see it and proceed accordingly. I find that my interest in having tolerance for BS goes down when I'm handling life. You know what I mean? Like, also, there are very few people in this world whose opinions or actions matter that much to me, because, well, number one, you deal with enough crap in your real life, I guess. But number two, like, if you've seen stuff or been through stuff before, it's like a lot of things don't matter. And a lot of things can be overlooked, forgiven, empathized with, right? Maybe I've been that person who felt insecure or needy before, and so I have empathy. But I feel like my mom always said to me when I was young, don't give all of yourself to anybody. My stepdad still says that to me. Don't give all of yourself to anybody, and don't give all of yourself away, especially when you don't know if somebody's going to deserve it or give back to you and that kind of thing. And I'm very happy that I have not done that in virtual communities, like ever, not just dolls. I've been part of forums and esoteric discussion groups and band fan forums and gamer groups, different things. And I'm glad that I haven't opened myself up fully. Not that I'm not open, but allowed myself to be like thrown in any kind of a strong or lasting way by the actions of others. Oh, he's so cute. So this is Niklaus. He's the Atticus sculpt if you haven't seen him before. And I believe he's sold out edition, but there've been quite a few Atticuses popping up lately, so I definitely see where people hold back and then bring them out later. And I'm just going to tell you guys what I have going on because I don't see a reason for a secret. I have a do you guys know the sculpt Will by Natalie Scholl? He's super newborn looking, from 2013, and I fell in love with really the one kit that I had seen up until that point, until I started searching for them. But anyway, the artist who did that kit, I remembered had another one, and I asked her about it, and she's going to do a custom for me in January. So end of January, I should be expecting Will, and I believe that I'm not selling Ronan, but I think that he's going to go keep somebody that I love very much some company indefinitely until something changes. Because that baby is awesome, and that baby I did not pay enough for it to be worth getting rid of him. He's great. So that cat is out of the bag. I'm not keeping any secret about it. So I'm going to be getting a Will, and he is a custom, so hopefully I love him and can quote unquote bond with him. We're going to see. And we'll definitely look forward to that. What a little peanut, huh? All right, guys, well, I am gonna go take something for my headache that it's just kind of like on and off rocking, and I'm gonna get some work done. I got some work to do. So thank you for sticking in and just listening to me chat about stuff, and definitely let me know if you've ever had those weird thoughts about getting rid of your collection when you have no reason or desire to get rid of your collection. Maybe it's an OCD thought, I don't know. You always have such interesting contributions in the comments, so I appreciate your interaction. That's awesome. And if this is your first time coming by, thanks for coming by, and I hope that you will subscribe if you enjoy my collection and you enjoy what I'm about, which is just pretty much talking. Pretty much, I mean, that's about it. Talking, changing the babies, buying stuff for them, analyzing my psyche. Let me know what's going on. How was your week? Do you have anything cool going on this weekend? Like I said, it's snowing here. It's gorgeous outside. And so far it's not sticking to the roads, which is a big plus. But yeah, it looks beautiful. Until next time, guys, sending out much, much love. Bye for now.